It's time for everyone's favorite show, according to a poll of this audience. So make some noise.
All right, it looks like our contestants are getting ready backstage.
It's time, folks. We're going to the challenge zone.
So now the question becomes, which one are we playing?
And have we still got all the pieces for it? What a choice. I guess we better get... Whoa!
Shiver me timbers, it's the Pirate Zone.
With all this Buccaneer booty, this challenge zone must be rated R. Before we dive in, would you like to know how to play Lego Party? Good day, I am Mr. Gold. Get ready for round one. Vote for your favorite by standing on its square.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Mainly for the audience at home rather than the players, though.
Welcome to the space-age world of flying food. It's Deep Space Dine.
Feed hungry aliens by building their burgers from conveyors full of ingredients.
But try not to make a meal out of making those meals, because only the fastest food will win this game. Uh-oh, that's not good, player two.
Not sure if their burger's going to taste right if they add that to it.
Oh man, I could really go for a burger right now.
You ate one while they were setting up the round.
It only had a single patty on it. That's basically just a bun.
Well done, player four.
Some great play from them there. They are stacking up those burger layers.
Be careful, player four.
I think they need to look at their current order.
Order up, and that is one tasty-looking burger.
A little plain for my liking. Where are the sardines, people? Oh, player.
Ooh, your shift is almost over, so finish those orders. Careful now, player one.
Well, someone's going rogue with the ingredients.
Everyone, you flipped your last patty.
Let's go see who gave the best service.
So there are the first results of our game today. Any surprises, Ted?
Just the people and the positions they're in.
Don't forget, a player with the most golden bricks wins the game.
A reminder for the viewers at home that the player's finishing position in a minigame not only determines how many studs they win,
but also the order in which they take turns during this round. And now it's time for this player's first turn.
if they go right, they'll meet the Kraken and can take a shortcut.
But to the left, it's our first build space. There, one lucky player will build a whole ship.
And our final player takes their first footsteps on their adventure.
Oh no! It's a loose stud space!
Those things will sap your studs as soon as look at you. First things first, you've got to decide on a mini-game.
Vote for your favorite by standing on its square.
Ooh, intriguing. I wonder how this will shake out. Get ready to test your powers of recall as we enter a magical kingdom.
Can our four froggy-formed fellows make their way across the tricksy lily pond?
Doubtful, because while this might be a fairy tale, they won't all get to live happily ever after.
Oh, and you better be quick before those lily pads sink.
On the bright side, that's a route that anyone should be able to remember.
But if you can't, then don't feel bad, as there's gotta be like 3 different ways across.
I think it's closer to 16.
Well, that can't be true.
Go! Go!
We're ramping up the challenge a little for round 2.
A little? It's literally one bigger. That's more than a little.
Go!
I just want to check. We don't have to kiss the contestants to turn them back into people at the end of this, do we?
Oh, no. Don't be daft, Ted. Unless the fairy's on a break, then yes.
Go!
Oh, player 3!
And our first frog picks the wrong lily pad.
If only they weren't so identical.
It does seem unfair, doesn't it?
Go!
Player 4!
It's a good thing that frogs are excellent swimmers.
Even frogs, which are actually people who've been magically turned into frogs?
I'll be honest, I'm not sure we checked.
Go! Go!
And like they say in the storybooks, the end.
Let's turn everyone back into whatever they were before and check out the results. First out of the gate, it's player 1. So, will they build the Flying Duchess and possibly plunder its precious prizes?
Or do they build the Jolly Roger with its crew of strikingly... Ooh, ahoy there! It's the Flying Duchess!
Nice! Anyone who lands on its event space will be leaving laden with treasure. These lucky spaces give players an opportunity to win big, or small, or somewhere in between.
Oh, that power-up looks so lonely.
Now, will this +5 get them into double digits?
I know which way I'd go, so they should probably choose the
Welcome, welcome to my emporium of golden bricks. May it bring you luck and prosperity. Goodbye!
And there we go. They've just nabbed the first golden brick of this game.
I would play my trumpet in celebration, but it was curiously destroyed after the last time I played it.
It truly is a mystery how that happened. I am so sad we'll never know the answer.
Yes.
Taking a trip with Kraken Airways, huh?
Oh, how... it's the Crab Trap space.
This is where contestants can pay to set a trap for their rivals.
And whoever triggers the trap by walking over this space will lose one of their golden bricks to whoever set it.
Or, if they're a little light on bricks, a pile of their studs instead. These junctions are always a big decision.
Can you believe their luck?
Finishing the round with a flourish, it's player 4.
Time your button press right to pick your destination. All aboard the Tentacle Express.
That's a smart place to land.
This is round 3.
Contestants, you need to vote with your feet.
I love it when the contestants choose this one.
Me too. Someone tell the first aiders to be on high alert. Welcome to the sport of the future
Use your ship to knock the UFO out of your opponent's areas.
and into yours. Keep it there for long enough and you'll win the game.
This is Saucer Lord.
3, 2, 1, go!
That was close, player 2.
They're now the hot favorite to win this game.
I've got to be honest with you, Paige. I don't think I've seen a game this exciting since, the last one.
High praise indeed.
And player 4 will be thrilled with that.
They're sitting pretty at the top of the table now.
They almost had the win, but they've lost control of the...
We're all out of quarters, so it's time to check out the results.
I reckon people are gonna gaze in wonder at that high score for years to come, Paige.
Only if the janitor doesn't yank out the power cord again so he can vacuum. First to move this round. They won the minigame, but will their luck hold out?
Uh-oh. I'd hate to be the next player who crosses their royal crabbiness's path.
The free stud space does exactly what you'd hope. Assuming you were hoping for, well, it's the Kraken to the left if they're in a hurry to get somewhere.
But to the right is the second build space. They're building Redbeard's hideout, and it seems strangely deserted.
Maybe reaching the event space will reveal why.
What have we here? Could it be Redbeard's grave?
Look at that. 300 years old and still working. What an inspiration.
So, who'll be the first to grab themselves some pirate booty? As in treasure. Treasure!
And another contestant steps up to the plate.
So, left will take them up the volcano, assuming they can afford the toll first.
Whereas going right means they can set a trap for their friends. Sorry, soon-to-be ex-friends. And player 3 is last to go.
There's only one option, but will they use it?
This could make for an interesting turn. A very long, interesting turn.
Well, they've got to pick one of these options.
It's a toll junction. If a contestant can afford it, and this one can, then they can take a very desirable scenic route to who knows what fortunes.
Are you ready for another roller coaster round of thrills and spills? You better be.
It's minigame voting time, people. Which would you choose, Ted?
Is there one which requires superhuman dexterity?
As it happens, there is.
Anything but that, then.
This is Rock, Paper, Claw, the fun-filled classic dialed up to 12. Players either get rock, paper, or claw, but we only show them for a few seconds.
What?
So catch whoever you've got beat.
And steer clear of those you don't. Let's do this.
And here's our first scorer. It's player 1.
Okay, so here's what I don't understand. Crabs have 8 legs, and yet somehow they're not spiders, right?
That's correct.
Understood. But what about 2 cows which have been taped together? Spider or not?
I am shutting this conversation down, Ted.
And that means they're just 1 point away from winning the game.
Looking at the scoreboard, Ted, can you tell us where we are?
Absolutely. We're in the studio.
I meant, can you tell us where we are in the game?
Oh, then no, I can't. And player 1 snatches the final point of the game.
So which of us is going to link to the results?
No idea, but I do know how we can decide.
That game was so exciting, it should have been pay-per-view.
Well, that's one way we can claw back some revenue.
A reminder for the viewers at home that the player's finishing position in a minigame not only determines how many studs they win,
But also the order in which they take turns during this round.
and when there's a tied result, the turn order of the tied players is chosen completely at random for maximum unfairness.
Ouch! Talk about being given the bird.
Don't even think about it, Ted.
Lucky spaces require critical timing. The last thing they need is a distraction!
Here comes our next contestant.
Hold on to your hat. They've landed on an event space.
Indeed they have, Ted. And that's triggered the terrifically treacherous turkey time!
Ooh, boy. That rotisserie is bad news for a random player because they're about to lose a bunch of studs or even a golden brick.
Well, someone knows a bargain when they see it.
Now let's see how this player's turn goes.
You know, they do say that golden bricks are this year's essential fashion accessory. A deal well struck, my friend. And now I must go!
How does he disappear like that?
Go for tunnels. This place is riddled with them. So they can either jump ahead of the other players via the crack into the left,
Or they can go right and do some wrong by visiting the thief. Studs, you say? I like your thinking. And there's one more player left.
well, someone likes rolling the same number every round.
Nice choice. You got a real eye for power-ups, huh?
You gotta love the lucky space. It's like a tombola full of awesome.
What excitement will this round bring? There's only one way to find out.
That's half the rounds gone and half to go.
It's escalation time.
And that means higher losses on these spaces.
Bigger rewards on these spaces.
And more studs for each of the mini games.
Well, we're getting a few new chance spaces. And we're making getting chomped by a shark even more dangerous.
Mini game voting time. It comes earlier every year.
And what a good choice by the players.
We sure have some adventurous contestants in today, huh? It's Stop, Drop, and Side Scroll, in which players race through multiple perilous challenges.
In the hope of escaping from the digital world of Ninjago's Prime Empire.
Or at least from the set we built to look like it.
It's everyone for themselves, so get ready to run.
So how would you cope with being trapped inside a video game, Ted?
I just run into the nearest wall really fast and hope it was an illusion. You know, the same way I get out of boring work meetings.
Last place needs to pull out all the stops and make a run for it.
Player 3?
Good news, Ted. The gravity's still working.
And there's our first place finisher.
Well, Log out of the simulation. You've beaten the game.
Now let's go hand out some completely real rewards. Ooh, boy, I'm glad they all escaped before we shut down the simulation.
You mean turned off the studio lights?
Potato, potato.
Uh-oh. Looks like a whale's popped up under that pirate.
Maybe that's the whale's parking spot?
Oh, wow. Look at that rat go.
And the pirate's treasure, too!
The question is, where will those chests land?
In pole position, it's player one.
Well, this decision shouldn't be too tricky. As expected, it's an 8.
So, what have you got in mind? Studs? Or will it be a brick? Oh, a real job, huh? Good.
Ouch! Losing your only golden brick! Imagine that, Ted.
No, thank you. I don't want to have nightmares. And that's their first golden brick. Hold on to it, my friend. Hold on to it like your life depends on it.
Just to be clear, though, it doesn't. At least not since legal came down on us.
Well, hello there. I might look like the worst, but my deals are the best. Now, let me sell you something to help you win the game.
Now there's a down payment on a golden brick. Do they take a risk, or do they take the safe path? Assuming there is a safe path.
Ooh, they've got themselves a free power-up. We're having a brick battle, and that means playing a 2v2 team-based minigame where the lucky winners get a gold brick each.
Team 1, you're in purple. Team 2, you're in orange. Get ready for an exhilarating speed climbing platform placing 2 versus 2 contest.
It's a full pelt race to the top of the wall so you can hit the big red buzzer and claim victory.
But with one player building the platforms and the other climbing, you'll have to work smart and fast.
Get yourselves ready because it's Rock Climb Blaster.
Careful where you're sticking the bricks, people.
Your partner's gotta be able to make the jumps.
I just want to take a moment and say how impressed I am with the set they built for this game, Ted.
Oh yeah, the way the wall sinks through the floors our teams climb them, I gotta say, I'm a fan.
So am I. Well, and that sound means we have a winner. What incredible teamwork!
Let's take this party to the results area.
They've hit the buzzer and won the race. We have our winning team.
And our winning team has a pair of golden bricks.
Good job, Player 4.
Absolutely. Now they've grabbed their first golden brick, they're off the starting line.
Let's hope no one steals it and puts them right back on there.
Ooh, now what will this player do?
I guess the good news is that choice paralysis won't be a problem.
If I was playing, I'd have the speed set to this all the time.
I hope this treasure hasn't already been plundered, Ted. Bringing up the rear, it's player 3.
Okay, these might be of use.
If they're using a high roller, they're either aiming for a particular space or away from another. Or both, I guess.
They're rich! Rich beyond their modestest dreams! I don't know how we can afford to give away free gold like this.
Well, it's certainly not because we stole it all from Fort Bricks. Well done, Player 3.
They might be the last one to get a hold of a golden brick, but that doesn't mean they can't win this thing.
Although statistically, it does seem less likely. I just hope they buckled their seatbelts. Sorry, but you can't walk past that crab and expect to keep all your golden bricks.
That golden brick must seem extra shiny, as it's giving them the lead. Don't lose those studs to another player.
It's round 6.
These are the games. You know what to do.
And if you don't, then maybe try guessing?
That's right. Dance for your masters.
Really? That's their pick. You told them this game was cursed, right?
I thought you were doing that.
Well, it was nice knowing them. Get ready to step out into the unknown as we play Perilous Pathways.
4 players race to the finish, but the catch is they can only see a few feet in front of them.
Will they throw caution to the wind and possibly themselves off the side? Let's find out.
I'll tell you something, Paige. You wouldn't catch me playing this game.
Well, someone would have to, because you definitely fall off.
Go! Paige, is it my imagination or are all the statues doing dance moves?
It is not your imagination. Apparently, they were super into dabbing 5,000 years ago.
Huh. Good news! Everyone's back on terra firma.
Rather than terrifyingly unfirma, let's go to the results.
So, how many studs are we giving to the winner?
Oh, a pharaoh mount.
Oh, look at this! Coming out of that game, some of the players were tied for position.
Interesting. So how did our judges decide the order of the tied players?
They used their horoscopes, which was bad news for anyone who was in retrograde. Now, what's in store for player 2? Goodness me, they've rolled the same number again.
If you buy something from me, then you're almost certain to be the first place winner.
Hoo-hoo-hoo! It's another one of Redbeard's treasures, and I'm sure they'll dig finding that. This is so exciting! We really don't know who'll win this game at the moment.
Although we do have a fairly good idea of who won't.
Personally, I'd use it, so I'll understand if they don't. Never mind. At least the ×2 saved them from getting just the one move.
Hey, you can't go wrong with that one, my friend.
Oh, well played.
And here's the last player. Well, all these choices seem great to me.
You got a job for me? My team is ready and waiting to go. Someone has expensive tastes. No problem.
It doesn't matter if you find the brick or steal it. They all count.
That they do, Paige. That they do. With that golden brick, they are now comfortably ahead of all the other players.
But in this game, that situation might not last for long. That move might have put a big target on their back.
As someone who wore a t-shirt like that to an archery range, let me tell you, it's not a good idea.
Ooh, it's round 7.
There's very little time left to make a move.
It's time to exercise your democratic right to vote, even if you're a minor.
In fact, especially if you're a minor, to make up for all the homework.
This is Martian Match, the game of unidentified flying artists.
Or UFarts for short.
Classy. Players, pilot those flying saucers and copy those patterns.
Because whoever places last will be banished to the moon.
No, legal said we couldn't.
Aw, man.
Tell me this, Paige. What kind of person names their team C-Poo?
That says CPU. It's a computer. Ah,
Nice job, player 1.
and there goes up.
And there goes the third player.
So let's send up a rescue party for the last one and go check out the results.
I wonder if we'll ever know what those mysterious alien patterns meant.
I think they were a QR code for our merch site.
First to play this round, it's player 1.
Well, one of those might help.
They're taking their turn, but putting a spin on it.
You came at just the right time. Take a look at these beauties. Trust me, that's gonna be a lifesaver.
Well, slather me in low-calorie mayonnaise. It's a lucky space.
But how lucky? That's up to our contestant.
I'd cross my fingers for him, but I don't have any.
Look at that. They've landed on a free power-up space. And you know what that means they get.
Well, don't leave me hanging. What is it?
There's no use saving power-ups, people.
5, 6, 7, 8. What do we appreciate? High roller! High roller! Although it doesn't actually feature a 5. Sorry about that.
Do I spoil you players or do I spoil you players, huh?
Ooh, well played to them. And here comes our final player for the round.
Wow, that's a lot of option to choose from.
This should make getting the number they want a cinch.
And by my count, that's the last one of Redbeard's treasures.
This is it, the final round.
The scores are very tight at the top, so this game is by no means over yet. Ooh boy, it's escalation time again.
And that means even bigger losses on these spaces.
Even better rewards on these spaces.
Plus, we're changing all the free power-up spaces to ones which give you studs.
So what else is gonna change on the board this time, Ted?
Let's see. No surprises there. We're shutting all the shops.
But what happens when someone lands on one of those chance spaces? Well, that probably will be a surprise.
Let's find out what the final minigame we're playing is. And there's our final minigame.
And here we go. It's time for Perfect Pillars, the game of quick construction and rapid reactions.
Line those layers up as well as you can.
Or your chances of success will get slimmer and slimmer.
So grab some bricks and let's get building. None of these things have to pass any safety inspections, right?
I hope not. Risky times for player 4.
With half of their... What in the name of sports?
And that tops off another game of Perfect Pillars.
Now let's sweep up all those loose bricks and get to the results.
Amazing! You've got to admire any player who makes it to the end of Perfect Pillars.
Sometimes I can't even make it to the start because I get lost in the studio. Here they go with their final turn of the game.
Now these could mix things up.
If I was playing, I'd have the speed set to this all the time. Ooh, they've landed on another of our exciting event spaces.
That's right. And this is Tentacle Tickle, in which our friendly Kraken sends the contestant to a far-flung location in the challenge zone.
Emphasis on the flung. And another player sets off on their final turn. After your trip, remember to rate them 5 stars.
Fortune's smiling on them, huh?
That golden brick must seem extra shiny as it's given them the lead.
Now, how will this contestant spend their final turn?
This should make getting the number they want a cinch.
Time to check the map and see where you might end up, I'd say.
A player cannot hope to win the game if they pass up the opportunity to purchase golden bricks. I'm almost sorry to see it go. And now I am needed elsewhere.
What I don't get is, does he shower or does he polish himself? This is the final turn.
Time to flip a coin and pick a power-up.
And it's goodbye to anything less than a 6.
What a 7. I see someone's taking the old tentacle taxi. I do believe they found another of our event spaces.
And if I'm not mistaken, they've triggered Redbeard's treasure trove, which means we'll finally find out where he buried all his golden bricks.
Now all they have to do is end their turn on one of the marked spaces and dig themselves up some pirate booty.
That's 3 more golden bricks up for grabs.
Wow, what a game that was! I can't believe it's over!
But it is over, and that means someone's about to get a trophy.
But who, Paige? Who?
Sorry, but we'll have to head back to the studio to find that out.
Wait a second, that's not the studio.
That's right, Ted. It's the bonus brick zone, where the players get to vote on which extra golden bricks are given out.
Whew, that is a relief. Because I thought we'd accidentally lost all the contestants again.
It's time to kick off the voting.
Okay, choose a category and hot-foot it over to it now.
Looks like someone was keeping notes.
Wow, they won even though they voted the wrong way?
Maybe it was a clever ploy, Ted.
Could be. I'll know for sure once I look up what ploy means.
And they are 2 for 2.
Yeesh, good luck figuring out which to pick.
Check out player 3 there.
One of these days, it'll be the most naps taken during the show, and I will finally win a golden brick.
It's hard to know who did that the least.
We have a winner, and then another winner, too.
Another vote, another chance for a golden brick.
Good gravy! It's a three-way tie!
Let me tell you, Ted, I was not expecting that when they picked this category.
Gonna be honest, Paige, I'm not sure which way this vote will go.
Nor am I, Ted. We've got a really unpredictable pack of players today.
They couldn't have planned that better.
Don't worry, we love you all equally. Just some more equally than the others.
Oh, player 2 nabs the brick.
And to the victor go the spoils.
Lucky Victor.
There's just one more golden brick to give out, but who's gonna get it?
One of these days, it'll be the most naps taken during the show, and I will finally win a golden brick. Up, we're all out of bricks, and that means it's studio time.
Welcome back to the studio.
Oh boy, now that was a game.
Yeah, let's get our players back in here, huh?
It's carrot time! Remember to visit the wardrobe so you can